Here's the desktop, my computer for school, where I am keeping my daily podcasting and reflections of lessons that I have been giving for the past few months now, as per a suggestion by my observing administrator. I open up this little folder right here. It brings up, I've been doing this for all of April and all of March so far, where I can go into this podcast reference sheet right now, where it brings up this nice little Word document where it just talks about what happened on what day. It says, so the first day I did it was March 21st, and it says review of key material before unit on percents. So this is kind of like a pre-lesson that I gave, going down, and it just goes and talks about every single day. The names that you see after this is a way that I keep track of student behavior. So if names are on there, those are people that were calling out or had minor infractions that I also podcast about as well. But for example, we have, well, we can just go back here. March 22nd, 2011, it says that I was teaching a lesson where I was visually estimating a percent using a bar method. So the good thing about this is that I could do a Control F command where I can go ahead and search for certain things. So if I type in bar method, it would bring up March 22nd, or if I did estimation, it would bring up this one lesson. So it's something where I can go back and take a look at it any time. So on March 22nd, 2011, I did visually estimating a percent using a bar method. So if I go up here into March, I go into March 22nd, I have my reflection for first mod, third mod, fourth mod, and fifth mod, since my second mod is my planning. That basically talks about how student behavior was that day, and then I have the reflection on the overall lesson. So we can open this up and you can actually hear what I had to say that day. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, there's no sound, that's why.
Visually.
There we are.
Using this bar method of kind of like Singapore math does it. They have a bar and that goes from 0 to 100% on the top, and then on the bottom it would start at 0 and then go to whatever the whole number would be. And you could use those to estimate percents and basically take a look at what it would be visually.
And we'll actually listen to the entire reflection right here.
On new procedures, I'm going to try the stamp thing again that I tried last year that failed miserably. I think it's going to be a little bit better this year, only because that they have their journals here in my classroom. They don't take them home, so they should be able to keep a hold of them and not lose them. That was the biggest problem last year, is that they would lose them and lose a whole bunch of points. The stamp thing worked really well in my first two mods. My fourth and fifth mod kind of started losing it a little bit, more so my fifth mod. We had some disruptions though with announcements and that kind of stuff, so it's not a really good indicator yet. I haven't decided how I'm going to do the grades, as I'm going to give this kind of a 2-week cushion with the end of the quarter coming up here very shortly, so I'll definitely go full steam ahead with this to be the only source of points for classwork into the fourth quarter. However, I really just
now that is just one little thing you can see right here. I'm only about halfway through.
The Big Ideas book.
Let me go ahead and close that down. I was only about halfway through it right there, and I was talking about a point system that I used last year that did not work very well, that I've been able to make work this year. And I think it's through these types of reflections and what my administrator told me that I should do that has allowed me really to reflect on the practice and really perfect what I did well last year, and to just enact what I could not last year.